Hello and welcome. Today, we're exploring a fascinating question. How has our digital world, from Twitter to TikTok, reshaped the very nature of social change? We'll look at this through a unique lens, the role of faith in the fight for a better world. Let's start with a reflection. A foundational idea in Christian thought, from the Apostle Paul, is the metaphor of a body with many parts, all interconnected and essential to the whole. Think about that for a moment. How does that ancient image of an interconnected body relate to our constant digital connection today? Are our online networks a new expression of this? Or something else entirely? To understand the massive shift that's happened, let's journey back in time. Picture the 1963 March on Washington. It took 9 months of meticulous planning, using telegrams, phone trees, and mimeograph machines. Leadership was clear and hierarchical, with figures like Martin Luther King Jr. at the forefront. Now, fast forward to the global Black Lives Matter protests of 2020, sparked by a smartphone video that went viral in hours, movements organized in days across 60 countries. Communication happened instantly on Instagram, WhatsApp, and Twitter. Leadership was decentralized, a network of local organizers, not a single figurehead. What changed? The technological infrastructure. We call it ICT, or information and communication technology. This isn't just about gadgets. It's the convergence of computing power with global communication networks. Your smartphone is the perfect example. It's not just a phone, it's a computer, a camera, a broadcaster, and a global connection hub all in one. This evolution has fundamentally transformed activism in 3 key ways. First, the velocity of communication has exploded. Think of the abolitionist movement. Pamphlets took weeks to distribute by horse and ship. Today, an event can be witnessed in real time by millions around the globe. This creates incredible opportunities for rapid mobilization and solidarity across distances. But it also brings challenges, like the risk of compassion fatigue and the temptation for impulsive, poorly planned responses. Second, we've moved from pyramids to webs. From hierarchical organization to networked organization, traditional movements had clear leaders and defined membership. Think of a pyramid. Network movements, like Occupy Wall Street or the Arab Spring, are different. They're more like a spider's web, decentralized, with fluid participation and distributed leadership. As sociologist Manuel Castells argues, in our network society, power is diffused in global networks. For activists, this means they can bypass traditional gatekeepers like major media outlets. It's fascinating to note that the early Christian church itself was a networked movement, spreading through Roman trade routes with letters connecting dispersed communities. The third transformation is the power of data as a tool for justice. Historically, movements relied on powerful personal stories, which could sometimes be dismissed as anecdotal. Today, technology allows for what's called data witnessing. For example, the Shahidi platform, whose name means testimony in Swahili, allowed citizens in Kenya to map violence reports in real time using simple text messages. Human rights groups now use satellite imagery to document atrocities, providing irrefutable evidence. This moves advocacy from individual stories to statistical reality, a powerful shift when demanding accountability. So, what does this new era of digital activism look like? It's defined by the ability to form networks quickly, to respond in real time, and to leverage data for compelling, evidence-based storytelling. But this raises a critical question. Does all this clicking, sharing, and hashtagging lead to lasting change? Or does it risk becoming slacktivism, a low-effort online action that feels good but accomplishes little? This is where a faith perspective becomes crucial. The biblical metaphor of the body of Christ urges us to think about whether our digital networks are fostering true interdependence or just new forms of fragmentation. The parable of the Good Samaritan challenges us to consider if the speed of our digital response is matched by the depth of our care. And the ancient concept of martyria, or bearing witness, takes on new meaning when anyone with a phone can document injustice. But what kind of witnesses are we becoming through these practices? A great modern example is the Poor People's Campaign, co-chaired by Reverend Dr. William Barber II. They masterfully blend traditional Faith-based organizing with modern digital tools. They hold virtual Moral Mondays to teach and mobilize thousands online. They use digital storytelling to share testimonies of poverty. They build community with hashtags. And this is key, they use that online energy to organize real-world offline actions. This shows us a path forward, using digital tools not to replace embodied community, but to extend and amplify it. So, as we navigate this digital world, the challenge for people of faith, and for all of us, is to engage with intention. We have access to more information than any generation in history. The spiritual task is to cultivate the wisdom to use it well. It's not just about asking, can we use this tool, but should we? And how can we use it in a way that honors human dignity and builds a more just world? What do you think? How can we use these powerful tools more intentionally for positive change in our own communities? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this valuable, please like this video and subscribe for more conversations at the intersection of faith, technology, and social change. See you next time.